In the modern history of Indian philosophy, few thinkers combine spirituality, evolution, psychology, and human destiny as profoundly as Sri Aurobindo. Sri Aurobindo, he was not merely a philosopher or a yogi. He was a visionary who believed humanity is evolving towards a higher divine consciousness. According to him, human beings are not the final stage of creation, but a bridge between animal existence and a future spiritual race. His philosophy attempts to answer one of the greatest questions of existence. What is the future of humanity? Sri Aurobindo was born in Kolkata in 1872 during British colonial rule. At a young age, he was sent to England for education, where he studied Western philosophy, literature, history, and politics. He mastered several languages and became deeply influenced by both European rationalism and Indian spirituality. After returning to India, he became involved in the freedom movement and emerged as a revolutionary nationalist leader. A turning point came during his imprisonment in the Alipur bomb case. In the silence of prison, Sri Aurobindo underwent powerful spiritual expression. He realized that political freedom alone could not free humanity from suffering. True liberation required an inner transformation of consciousness. After this realization, he gradually withdrew from politics and settled in Pondicherry to pursue spiritual practice and philosophical writing. Sri Aurobindo accepts the scientific idea of evolution but believes science explains only the outer process. According to him, evolution is fundamentally spiritual. The universe is not moving randomly. A hidden divine consciousness is gradually unfolding itself through creation. Evolution is the journey of consciousness from unconscious matter towards divine realization. Before evolution can occur, Sri Aurobindo says there must first be involution. Involution means the divine has already descended and hidden itself within matter. The universe contained concealed consciousness from the beginning. Evolution is simply the gradual unfolding of this hidden divinity. The first stage of evolution is matter. At this level, consciousness appears asleep. Matter seems mechanical, lifeless, and unconscious. Yet Sri Aurobindo insists that even in stone or physical substance, divine consciousness secretly exists in a dormant form. From matter emerges life. Plants, animal, and biological organisms show growth, movement, instinct, and desire. Consciousness begins to awaken. Life represents a higher stage than matter because energy and sensation become active within existence. The next stage is mind, which reaches its highest expression in human being. Human can think, reason, imagine, and create civilization. Science, philosophy, morality, and religion all arise through the development of mind. Yet the human mind remains limited by ignorance, ego, division, fear, and conflict. According to Sri Aurobindo, the ordinary mind cannot perceive total truth. It divides reality into opposites, self and world, good and evil, religion and science, nation and nation. Because of this fragmentation, humanity experiences conflict and suffering. The mind understands reality indirectly through logic and sense perception, but it cannot grasp ultimate unity. Sri Aurobindo described several higher levels of consciousness beyond ordinary thinking. These include the higher mind, illuminated mind, intuitive mind, and overmind. Each level represents a deeper spiritual awareness. As consciousness rises, truth becomes clear, intuition strong, and ego weaker. Beyond all mental levels lie the supermind. the central concept of Sri Aurobindo's philosophy. The supermind is divine truth consciousness. Unlike the ordinary mind, it does not divide reality. It experiences unity directly while also recognizing diversity. In the supermind, knowledge is immediate and complete. There is no confusion, ignorance, or contradiction. Truth shines directly without distortion. Sri Aurobindo believed that the supermind connects the eternal divine with the changing universe. It is the creative power through which the cosmos emerges. Sri Aurobindo believed humanity is only a transitional species. Just as life evolved from matter and mind evolved from life, a supermental being will evolve beyond ordinary humanity. The future of evolution is spiritual transformation. Humanity is moving towards a higher divine consciousness. The supramental transformation is not limited to spiritual enlightenment alone. Sri Aurobindo envisioned transformation of the entire human being, mind, emotion, life energy, and even the physical body. He rejects the idea that spirituality means escaping the world. Instead, he taught that divine consciousness can manifest within earthly life itself. To achieve this transformation, Sri Aurobindo developed integral yoga. It is called integral because it combines all dimensions of spiritual practice. Traditional yogas often emphasize knowledge, devotion, or action separately. Integral yoga unites them into one complete discipline for total transformation. The first principle of integral yoga is aspiration. The seeker must possess a sincere inner longing for truth and divine realization. Spiritual evolution begins when a human soul deeply desires transformation beyond ordinary existence. The second principle is rejection. Negative forces such as ego, anger, fear, desire, ignorance, and attachment must be rejected. Through purification, the consciousness becomes open to higher spiritual force. The third principle is surrender. The individual must surrender completely to the divine consciousness. Sri Aurobindo believed true transformation occurs not merely through personal effort, but through the action of divine force within the individual. An important concept in integral yoga is the psychic being. The psychic being is the evolving soul hidden behind the personality. It guides humans towards truth, beauty, love, compassion, and spiritual growth. When the psychic being awakens, inner harmony and spiritual clarity begin to emerge. Sri Aurobindo explained three stages of transformation. First comes psychic transformation, where the soul governs life. Second comes spiritual transformation, where higher consciousness descended into the mind and heart. Finally comes supermental transformation, where divine truth consciousness transforms the entire being. Many traditional spiritual systems aim at liberation from worldly existence. Sri Aurobindo accepted liberation but considered it incomplete if the world itself remained full of suffering and ignorance. Therefore, he proposed not escape from life, but transformation of life into a divine existence. Sri Aurobindo envisioned a future divine life on earth. In this future, humanity would live with unity, wisdom, compassion, and spiritual awareness. Society itself would evolve into a higher form of collective existence guided by divine consciousness rather than ego and conflict. In the modern age of materialism, violence, anxiety, and division, Sri Aurobindo's philosophy remains deeply relevant. He reminds humanity that technological progress alone cannot solve human suffering. Real progress requires evolution of consciousness itself. Sri Aurobindo's philosophy presents one of the most hopeful visions in modern thought. He teaches that the universe is meaningful. Evolution is spiritual, and humanity has a divine future. Matter contains hidden spirit, and life is moving towards greater consciousness. According to Sri Aurobindo, the destiny of humanity is not destruction, but transformation into a higher divine existence. If you are still watching, I hope you are finding this content useful. Please like and share this video, subscribe to the channel and share your thought in the comment. Your support motivates me to create even more content like this.